Welcome to another edition of Smalltalk for You. This morning I wanted to continue with the XML examples in BA Smalltalk. Last time we did this mapless example, and I mentioned that this will parse a file that has something like orders in it, that has a specific format. And when you get the results, you're going to get the results, but you're going to get them in XML format, which is not really necessarily what you want. What you want is to map them to objects, and that's this mapped example. You see that this code looks fairly similar, except it's got this additional line to drop out a map file, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. What it's going to do is get a new non-validating parser. It's going to go ahead and parse the map, and then it's going to apply a mapping spec so that you have a map that you've read in. And it's kind of like having a DOM for a DTD and a DOM file. So you've got the XML file and the DTD that tells you how that thing is supposed to be parsed in a validating fashion. Well, this is the Smalltalk end of this. This tells you how the thing is formatted so that Smalltalk knows, okay, when I see the XML with these attributes, I'm going to map those to instance variables and classes. So you come down here and you do the new validating parser with the mapping spec on the mapping spec and parsing the order.xml, and you should get objects. So if we take a look at that, let's see what we've got. Inspect this, and instead of getting just XML in a DOM kind of thing like we got last time, you see here we get orders. So we have our order and we have the attribute order date filled in with day, month, year. We've got the number. We've got this customer object down here which we can open up and see we've got all that. Now, as far as what that looks like, let's go ahead over here to the example data and we'll look at the map. And this is just an XML file, but it's mapping. So it's telling you the mapping for the element address, class type mapping, type name address, class name JRC address, attribute mapping, class attribute street, and so on. So you can see that you can construct this relatively easily. It might be a little painful, and you could probably gin up something that generates this relatively straightforwardly. I could probably put something like this together if I really felt like it. But in any case, you can see how this thing is supposed to be set up. So if you set up a map file that looks like this and tell Smalltalk how to map from your XML file with these attributes in it to Smalltalk objects, you can get out the results that I was just showing you over here in your mapped example. You get back the orders because you've gone ahead and mapped them in. And that's about all there is to it. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with whatever Smalltalk you're using.